What's goody, what's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another video. Just hit that gym sesh, you already know. So I'm going to the gym early mornings now, not in the afternoons. On my off days, my work days, I'll probably still be going in the afternoons. But today we got the fans for the Lexus, 2 Mishimoto fans. So we're gonna try to go throw those things on today at Southwest. Get those things all installed and try to get the car sold today to that guy that wants to buy it. I texted him, he said he could try to see what he has to do today, and then he's gonna probably meet up with me later today. And then also, we got our brake line for our e-brake, our hydro handbrake. We got our brake line. Found out some bad news about the hydro handbrake. Remember that Chase Bay canister that I had? I had bought a Chase Bay canister to install on it. You can't use that when you're trying to do a hydro handbrake and use the brake pedal. So we actually about to get rid of that and return it, just because we can't use it at all. So that sucks, but we did buy a lot of lines so we can get this done as well. So we just waiting on the AN fittings for that, and the banjo fittings. What you want, Tank? What you want, Tank? Being needy, just like your mother. But yeah, we just waiting on the banjo fittings and all the stuff for that. But today we're supposed to be getting our U washers from S1 built, and we're gonna install those as well too. But I won't probably get those till later, so we might not be able to install those in this video. So let me drink up my protein shake, change clothes, shower up, and then we're gonna head over to Southwest. All right, so I had a problem where I broke my RCAs on my amp. I don't know how the hell I did that, but I got a new one in. I just want to throw that in real quick before I started the fans for the Lexus. Then I'm gonna throw in all my lug nuts, because you know I'm missing like one on every tire, so I bought some. I'm gonna throw those in.
Hey man,
We got the fans on.
hey man.
So you gotta talk like them. So we got our fans installed. Just gotta tighten up these screws here. I'm trying to see what kind of socket could go on these. But yeah, our fans are on. Just gotta tighten everything up. Got it plugged in as well. So next thing to do is to start this car. Hopefully the keys are inside or inside the shop. Let me get this bottom bolt real quick. Where is that? There we go. There we go. All right, so next thing to do is to start it. All right, so I got the fans put together, got everything all buttoned up to where it's not touching or anything. Got everything zip tied down, but the battery's dead. So let me go get the jump pack so we can get this thing started up. Damn it. All right, so we got a little jump pack Angel's letting me use. All right, so what he said to do is he said to hook it onto the positive first. Hook it on there. So let me get that on there real quick. There we go. That on there? Yep. So we hook it up to the positive first, cut it on. He said hold this little red button here. It's gonna do that. And he said then hook it onto the negative and start the car. So let's start the car. Hold on. Got this thing started. Both fans are kicking on. Those fans are pulling, man. Let's take Angel back his jump pack, and then we'll give this thing a drive around. far, not so bad, man. This thing is cruising. Oh, here's our turn. Shift gears. Woo. Oh yeah, this thing is moving. Temperature's keeping cool now. It's keeping cool now, so both those fans are working. Not like the first time where only one fan was working. Both the fans are working. Yeah, it's the battery. Okay, so the battery's dying on us, so let's roll this window up before we get stuck. Window taking forever. All right, so maybe it's not a wiring issue, maybe it's just the battery's dying, which is weird because I just literally just drove the car. But car's good, man. Let me replace that battery and see if all this stuff comes back on. We do have a lot of lights and stuff in this car, but we'll see. Like I said, I want to get this car away from here because this car sitting outside is no good. So all right guys, what's good? We're in the Lexus. So we were saying all the electrical wiring was all messed up. What it really was the alternator. So the radio wouldn't cut on and these lights back here wouldn't cut on when I first tried to start it. So I thought the mouses that kept coming to get in the car messed up all the wiring. But come to find out, it was only just that simple little alternator. So we put a new alternator. I'm actually driving the car now. We're driving it over to my house. The guy that's gonna buy it, named Daniel, is gonna come over and we're gonna knock out all the paperwork tonight. Right now we're just trying to make it to the house, so let's get it over to the house and then I'll show y'all what we did. So what I'm purposely doing is I'm taking it on the street. I'm not taking no freeways. I want to see if it's going to overheat or anything, if the drivability on it is kind of trash. But we decided to take the wrong street in Albuquerque, so this is actually a good street to try because there's so much traffic going on right now that traffic that is actually testing the heat cycle of the cars. As you can see, we're sitting at 90 degrees, pretty good. So we're not gonna hop on the freeway. We're just gonna take the streets all the way there. This thing sounds good, man. It feels good too. So stuck in traffic. The battery completely died. We literally just changed out the alternator, so I don't know what it can be. Maybe just be a bad battery. I'm gonna probably try to take the battery over to AutoZone, try to get a better battery because this battery is not kicking it for us, honestly. It just keeps dying. I think the battery, maybe voltage is too low or something. I don't know, man, but we'll figure it out. Alternator was working so fine until we got to this point, and then it died. We put it on some jumper cables and then it just stayed completely dead. Didn't start back up or anything. So we'll see. The cops are here right now. So, all right, guys. So we're back at the house. I'll just show y'all my shatter transfer. This is the transmission shatter shield from Wicked Fab. It's pretty clean. This is going on to the Honda. But this video is not about the Honda. This video is about the Lexus. So we got the car back to the house. Remember when I was saying I was stuck? What happened was the alternator fuse had blown, so everything on the dash had turned off. Like all the electronics went out. So we put a new fuse in it, and then we got the car back home. So what we have to do now is we have to go down there and put a cam sensor in because it's having kind of a starting issue. So we think it's the cam sensor, so I'm gonna replace the cam sensor, see if that fix that. We have Daniel coming over today to try to pick up the car. He has the money, I got all the paperwork and the title and everything, so we're gonna do a fair swap. But let's go out here and let's change out this cam sensor and get this thing all done, ready to roll. Alright, so that was fairly easy. I just had to literally remove the bolts, all the bolts, and just pick the intake up, and you was able to pull it as you saw. Pull out the old one. What the hell, is that a bee? Why is it all near me? Goddamn. Alright, so we pulled out the old one. This thing is crusty and dusty as usual. So get that out of here. Also, I found there's a weak ground point where the ground was disconnected from the head, and that ground right there is terrible. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna upgrade that ground. I'm gonna put this one here now for now, just so we can start the car. But this is a terrible ground. Like, look how thin this wire is, and it had nothing attached to it. So we're gonna unscrew that back of the head and get one of our little connectors on it for now. So get one of our connectors on it for now. Some guy just waved at me. Get one of our connectors on it, and let's see if this thing fires up. So I noticed, man, this motor really doesn't have that many grounds. I only see that one, so I'm gonna have to add one to the front here and one over here. Like maybe coming off the chassis, like scrape it down, come off the chassis to the head here, and add another one somewhere over here. Like, there's really not a lot of grounds on this motor, and I didn't notice that until now. So we're gonna have to go to AutoZone and buy some grounds so we can get some more grounds on this thing. But let's see if she fires up for right now. As you can see with that little baby ground, it's still fired up, but it was still a weak startup. Once we get the other grounds established, I'm gonna go buy them today. Once we get those other grounds established, I feel like it's gonna start way better. It's gonna start smoother, and everything will last longer. So I wanna get a ground going right there next to the alternator, and then get a ground right here off the front of the head. But she's on, man. She fired right up, no problem. Everything in the front works. At first it was all the dash and everything wasn't working. I'm gonna let this thing warm up so we can go over to get all the stuff that we need. So as y'all can see, she's back. Daniel's gonna pull up. I'll show y'all Daniel buying it and show his expression, because he saw how the car was when we first had, not like when we first got back from our deployment. He saw how the car was. The car was like completely like trash, but it's running, driving now. So let's get this thing all cleaned up and ready for him. All right, so I just picked up a pair of these bad boys from AutoZone, 6 gauge, like $8 each. Like I said, I'm gonna try to install one from the head to the body. Might not have a screw for the body, but we'll get one. And then I'm gonna replace that one that's way back there with one of these, so that way we have a better ground on the motor. All right, so now we got our upgraded like ground back there. We can't put the second one on yet. I have the second one here. I can't put it on because there's nowhere to put it. So, well, there is. I can put it here, but I need a screw. I was thinking about unbolting one of these and putting it here, but I don't have a screw for that. I mean, my little grinder to get the paint up. And this bolt that I bought from AutoZone is way too long for the front of the head. So we'll go get some hardware right now. Just gotta finish up all this. Once we finish up the other side, this car should be good. Honestly, I think it would be good with just that one ground, but I like to put multiple grounds. So we're gonna throw this one on that head. That way we have 2 grounds on both sides. Actually, we can use that bolt right there. Might be able to use this bolt right here. Put that right in there. But yeah, let me try to see if I can get this ground where that oil dipstick is at. See if I get this ground right there, and then if we can, this car will be ready to go. All right, so I'll put the second ground on. Just got it somewhat mocked up just now, just for now. The bolt actually was short enough. I just thought it was too long, but got that one in. We got the back one in. So let's give her a fire up, make sure she can start. Look. Alright, so cut these on. I don't know why I cut these off, like the car runs like, you know what, fires right up. Yes sir. So one thing that, remember there was lights up here, so one thing with those, I think that the box to those, the stars, has a short in it. So I'm gonna tell Daniel that he had to like chase the wires down, make sure everything's good, because those lights, they wasn't coming back on. We could try to plug it back up to try to see. I don't know if that was the main cause of why the alternator fuse popped, but I know those lights, when I cut the car back on, was not on. They was off. So I just unplugged them completely. I'm gonna tell Daniel he had to, hey, chase these down, figure out like if the wires don't have a little snip in them and they're arcing off the body, make sure everything is good before plugging those back up. But we have a radio and everything in this car, man. I wish my Honda had a fucking radio. Let's see, tuner. Let's go to 90. Let's fuck it in. Alright. Let's go to 95.1. It's the radio station you want to be at. Hold on.
And I know that I can bring it if you can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchen.
Alright, that's enough of that, man. We're gonna get monetized. Ah, but it's running, man. It sounds good too. So yeah, man, sounds good. Try to give y'all a drive-by. Nah, I'm not gonna do a drive-by, you know. It's not my car to be driving by. I'll let Daniel do a drive-by for y'all once he gets here. Fixed everything, bro. That thing drives good.
I have an idea. There's a skinny pedal on the right.
You've never had anything more than
112 horsepower.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
tripling that.
Yeah, I was like, we're definitely tripling that. So.
oh my god, I want it.
Got it. Got it. There we go. There we go.
I am not used to that low car life.
Yeah, it's low in the front, man. Like I said, I wanted to raise the front up. Never got to it. So when you take it to Keith, just tell him to raise it a smidge so nothing's rubbing. As far as the gas pedal, you could probably take it off and bend it.
Yeah, that was going to be my
Because
initial
just so you
thought.
can have that heel to toe
Yeah,
feel.
it's
I was
just a little bit too big.
I was looking at it. I was looking at it. I was like, if I take it off, you might have a bigger foot than me, so I don't want to bend it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Shut this thing down so I can talk.
yeah, you cut it right off. And the fan switches are hooked up to switch power, so you don't ever have to cut them off if you don't want to. I cut them off, just, you know, I'm used to it, but you don't have to. Just always remember to cut them on. Yeah, man.
Unnecessarily tight.
And then, like, if you can get your buddy that welds, if he can weld you a pole, like an extension on it, it'll be a little higher.
Yeah, I just need to make sure it can actually clear the parking brake
Yep.
and actually get into fifth and reverse. But other
Yep.
than that, I did.
Yeah, man. And if you want to kill it completely, you have this switch back here.
Yeah, the Albuquerque switch.
Yeah, you can kill it completely. That way nobody can take it. So it locks. If you do kill it, you do have to let the alarm system relearn. So you just have to let it sit for like a couple minutes. When, like, let's say you kill the power off completely, yeah, just let it sit for a couple of minutes while it's like idling. It'll relearn everything.
Got it.
But yeah, man, just got to get the camber all done and everything.
Still on the fence on these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like have
And-
people sit here and hold them on for me so I can decide. But
Yeah, I know it's getting cold, but I found out a way how to possibly hook in some AC for you next season if you want to. We can get a start on that. Yeah.
Or just take it to Don's because they specialize in just doing weird AC installs.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't know that. Should have took them off Fox Body back in the day then.
Yeah, maybe that would make sense.
Yeah, this thing sounds good, man. Especially with the bald eagle cam. This thing sounds really good.
It sounds dirty.
Yeah.
I almost want to see if I can either bring the idle up or make it less aggressive popping off the idle.
You can. Just take it to Southwest, talk to Stacy, and he'll hook you up, you know.
Oh, I know.
But he did tell me that he's like, if he wants to drift it, let him know like to come get a perfect tune. He's like, we did a street tune on it. He's like, let him know to come get a perfect tune, and that way he his AFRs and he'll be able to grip the corners and stuff like that. So
I believe it.
yeah.